I believe it's about time for a second mailbag video. And there we go. Now, I get a lot of packages normally, but the reason why this is important is because this is actually a trade with a fellow YouTuber. His name is Nate, he's from Australia, and he's pretty good with building stuff, and I have to confess that his video quality is a lot better than mine. His videos are a lot more comprehensible and easier to follow, whereas mine are more of thrown together, and I edit it when I record it, and then, I put most of my thought into how I'm going to edit while I'm recording it. So I record it how I want to edit it, but it doesn't always turn out right. Well, anyway, this package is the trade, and this package is another random eBay item that I got in at the same day, but I figure might as well cover it too. But we can cover that later. That's just an old towel from the late 90s. Now, so we can tear into this. We'll tear into it really quick, then we'll go more in depth into all the items. Okay, so on the front it says, or on the back it says, 2 small plush toys, Australian currency, game cartridges, video games, and Vegemite tube, which I've always wanted to try Vegemite. So first we have a kangaroo. I'll call him Rue, R-U-E, to make it odd. Now we have some Australian currency, which is awesome. Oh, we have Vegemite in a Vegemite explosion, anti-Vegemite explosion bag. Derp. And a koala. I'll call him Wallow. I love that. Rue and Wallow. Now down here we have some Japanese currency, some yen, from his trip to Japan. And another thing from his trip to Japan, Japanese Game Boy games. Now, wait a minute. The thing is, he said he was only going to send one, so this is kind of a big surprise. Okay, so I knew he was going to bring me Pokemon Green. Well, I didn't know he was going to bring me Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red in Japanese. And he was also going to give me Zelda Oracle of Ages. I believe that's Oracle of Ages. I never have actually played that game yet. Let's talk about Rue and Wallow. Well, I have to say, I really like Rue. His ears are really nice and stuff like that. He's really cute, but most of all, Wallow is even better. I really like how they did his eyes. Very, very nice little plush toys. I still have a bunch of plush toys that I have pretty much every plush toy I've ever had ever since I was like 4. So these will probably stick with me for decades, probably. Next up, we have the Japanese currency. We have 5 coins. Now, this is not a Japanese coin, actually. This is just a token from a Japanese arcade, I believe. Yeah, Pachinko Dome. Okay, we're going to get even more close-up on these coins by kind of like a microscope slide type maneuver. Here's the first arcade token. Here's like the 1 to 5 yen. Here's the 10 yen. And here's the remaining small yens. 1 to 5, I don't know for sure what denomination they are. And now we have the Australian currency, which he actually even gave me banknotes, which I wish I would have been able to give him more banknotes, but I would have had written out another customs paper, and that would have been a pain in the butt, because there wasn't enough slots for the items that I did send him. Okay, so evidently Australia uses polymer banknotes, which I think are a wonderful idea, much better than the American cotton banknotes, because our banknotes or dollar bills are made out of a cotton type product. It's actually made of offcuttings of blue jeans, I think. Here's some Canadian bills from before and after they switched to polymer banknotes. This one is polymer because you can see it's very reflective and you can see through it in portions. And this one is the cotton banknote, which was more of a hybrid because they do have more plasticky elements in it. But you can tell there's definitely differences between cotton and plastic. The biggest difference that I find is that cotton can rip very easily in wet weather, and also cotton can have the ink bleed out of it. Whereas polymers, I believe they can last much longer, and also they'd probably be a lot cheaper to produce too. Now the coins. Oh my. These coins are definitely bigger than American coins. They're much chunkier, and I really like that because they seem they seem more valuable, even if they aren't. They're most likely a bit of brass or something to make it yellowish color. But still, I like that they're very thick. Whereas American currency, this is a nickel, dime, penny, and a quarter. Where quarters and all of these are extremely thin. Okay, actually a nickel is a little bit thicker, but still, it's not nearly as thick as one of these. Because it's just very nice to feel this. It feels very big. Also, we don't have any coins that have angled edges like this. Actually, I take that back. We did have one coin series that was released, I think, in like the late 1960s for one of the presidents, Dwight Eisenhower or something. I don't know. But we don't really have coins that have straight edges, which is it's very nice to have that, because then you can differentiate it. We only have ones that have ridged edges. Which looks like they have two ones that have the ridged edges. So this is $1. This is $2. Oh my. This is, I believe, 50 cents. 20 cents. That's a very good idea to have a 20 cents instead of 25. And here's a close-up of the 50 cent, 20 cent, 10 cents, the front and back of them. Here's some 5 cents, the front and back of those. The $2, the $1, and the front of the $1. Or actually, or perhaps just the back, because the actual numbers on this one. I don't know for sure which one is considered the front or back, but I believe this heads would be considered the front. Either way, it's pretty awesome. Thank you very much. These gold-colored coins are so chunky that they feel almost like they would be weights for like a scale. You know, like like 25 grams or whatever. It's like they're not meant to hold currency. They're actually meant to be weight. It's so awesome. I love that. And here we have the 4 games that he gave me: Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, and Zelda Oracle of Ages. And here we have the American releases of Pokemon Yellow and the American releases of Pokemon Red. The first thing that's obvious is that the cartridge colors were not corresponding to the game colors in the Japanese releases, which is very fascinating, because I'm always used to identifying Pokemon Yellow or Red, or even like Leaf Green and stuff, by the color of their cartridges. First off, the North American Pokemon Red that I've been playing ever since 1998. Now let's try the Japanese version of the Red. And actually, this most likely has a save game still on it, so I wonder where it's starting from. That sound's already different. Oh, and the font's different too. Another sound difference. Big difference in the logo, of course. And of course it says Pocket Monsters instead of Pokemon, because over there it's called Pocket Monsters. Am I in the same place? If I come out in the same place as my other save game... Okay, no, this is Celadon City, I think. Nice. Now we shall try the North American release of Pokemon Yellow. Now in this game, it has the difference of Pikachu follows you around, much like in the anime, which is very popular and pretty much launched Pokemon into popularity in North America. And now we shall try the Japanese release of Pokemon Yellow. Lots of red. I believe it was blue before. Oh, there's no save game on this one. And lastly, we have the Vegemite. I have the toast cooking right now. I like the label. Let's try the Vegemite. You think we should put some butter on it?
Probably try it without butter first.
Okay. Smells very odd. Somewhat like Fig Newtons in a way. Man, that is bad. And here I was thinking it was going to taste good. It's very nippy. A lot of bite to it.
That is weird.
Yeah, not what it smells like.
I wonder if we should have jelly with it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Kind of has an aftertaste, doesn't it? Yeah. Perhaps it's a little bit much. I'm gonna try it with some butter on it, though. Can you get some butter out of it? Vegemite Tri-Chew, now with butter. Not as powerful, but yet it still is pretty strong. It reminds me of something. Kind of like industrial cleaner, which is a bad thing to associate it with, but it does. Degreaser. It tastes like degreaser. That's what it does. Not necessarily good. I think I'll put Nutella on the next one. Yeah. So that'll be a nice little addition to my pantry. Oh, and the second package was a replacement Pokemon beach towel. I just use it as a regular towel, but my main one I've been using since I was like 5 is really it's getting worn out, so it's nice to have a backup one. Let's go hang them up in the bathroom so we can see a good comparison of the two. So let's check out the towels, and pretty much the only place I can hang them up. There's a big difference. Big difference. Okay, granted that most of the difference in color is just due to accidental run-in with some bleach around like 2004 or so. But either way, I'll keep using that one, and I'll always have a backup in case something happens. Well, Nate, I have to say I'm extremely happy with this trade, and I hope you enjoyed the 1940s electrical components that I sent you too, such as the electron tubes and the variable capacitors. Now, to everyone else, though, I have to say, go check out his channel. He is a very experienced person, and he also has a very good quality in his videos. Very comprehensible, and you can understand pretty much everything that's going on. And you can pick up on a lot of stuff, like some of the stuff I never even knew about, which that's not very difficult to find something I don't know about, but anyway. He also has a lot of resources for making great videos. Like, for instance, his job alone is to fix things that are broken under warranty. So right there you have computers and machines that he can make wonderful videos about. Not counting his boss likes to buy like arcade machines, old computers, old amplifiers, weird, awesome stuff. So, and his boss likes to have him repair it for him, or at least he has access to make videos about it. So he has even more stuff to make videos about. So go check out his channel. Watch Nate do stuff.